So, hello everyone. Heartfelt gratitude to Asian Grassland Conference and to all the speakers and panelists. It's really an honor for me to share my research studies with you all. My research study entitled Breeding Ecology of Eurasian Magpie, Pica bactriana in high altitude Trans-Himalayan grasslands of Ladakh, India. My co-authors are Dr. Anil Kumar from Zoological Survey of India, Northern Regional Center, Dehradun, and Professor Dinesh Bhatt, Department of Zoology and Environmental Science, Gurukul Kangri University, Haridwar. Introduction. Ladakh is a high altitude cold desert in India characterized by northwestern Himalayan alpine shrubs and meadows and inhabited by a number of peculiar faunal elements. Eurasian magpie is an ecologically important avian species of mountain grasslands and shrublands ecoregion of Ladakh, India. However, information is scanty on the behavioral ecology and sociobiology of this species from Ladakh. Here is the typical landscape of Ladakh, as you guys can see. So the aim of the study is to document the breeding behavior of Eurasian magpie from Ladakh and to study the territorial behavior of magpies. If we talk about the species, this species belongs to order Passeriformis, family Corvidae. It's a medium-sized bird which is omnivore in nature. They are monomorphic, which means male and female are both similar looking. They are monogamous. They are strictly paired with one. They are widely distributed, found across Asia and Europe. This species is only found in India's Ladakh area, and locally in Ladakh, it is known as Khashamburu or Khashambutu. Here's the map of the Eurasian magpie, which shows the distribution of magpie in Ladakh area, especially. To carry out the study, we have taken two sites in district Kargil named Gramthang and Wakha. Gramthang site resides at 2,750 meters above sea level and has well-vegetated lands with a high concentration of populous tree plantation. The summer temperature ranges from 10 degrees to 25 degrees, while the winters it may drop to minus 29 degrees, the coldest. And Wakha site resides at elevation 3,450 meters. And Wakha has a colder environment, and the winters temperature may drop to minus 35 degrees. And Gramthang consists of more willow plantation compared to populous in Gramthang. So here is the map of the study area, and the blue dotted one are the nest which has been studied in Gramthang site, and the pink nest were marked in Wakha Valley. So here is the landscape of Gramthang, which showing the majority of the plantation is populous trees, and if we compare that with Wakha, Wakha shows a patchy shrubland with a patchy plantation of willow plantations. Methodology, behavioral observations. 25 pairs were studied in their natural habitat in the two study sites. 15 pairs were selected in Gramthang and 10 pairs were selected in Wakha from March 2019 to May 2021. At each site, every nest was observed periodically, an observation focusing on various aspects of breeding biology, such as pair formation, vocalization pertaining to mate acquisition, territorial defense from predators and intruders, nest formation, egg laying and incubation, parental care, and fledglings were observed. Nest was discovered prior to egg laying by simply looking for birds carrying nest materials before the tree went into leaf. Magpie in study site nested in dense willow trees and seabuckthorn bushes which is less than 5 to 8 meters above ground, and on the top of the large populous trees, which is 25 meters above the ground. In these cases, different strategies were required to checking nest for, and both of them are very challenging to do so. The tall trees require professional tree climbers and climbing equipments, while the thick bushes needs thick coats and hard outsole footwears to check the nest. And majority of the nest and most of the nest were observed only in the absence of the individuals. Results: pair formation and pre-breeding period. Pair formation may be facilitated by flocking. The similar study which has been done in Europe, and the similar finding has been found in Leh as well, that the pairing in subadult individuals occur during winter or communal flocking, which begins with heavy snowfall. Winter flocking was observed from early December to the end of February, and most of the magpie, they do flocking to enhance the feeding success and also dilute the effect of other bird interference, especially carrion crows and ravens. Pairing and territorial behavior. As I already said, the magpies are monogamous species. The single pair breeds each year and resides the same territory if they are not disturbed. And song of the new male adult can be heard occasionally in late winters and early springs when they attempt to attract female during communal flocking. The average pre-nesting period was around 4 weeks, and the mean value is 24.87 and N value is 7. Porting dance. Usually, male engage in a physical show with complicated vocalization during courtship. And during the courtship display, male quickly raise and lower their head feathers, elevate, opens, and close their tail like fan, and call out short range vocalization that differ from their typical chatter. Male often flap the wings rapidly, showing the white abdomen and white edges of the wings to make them appear more desirable. And here is the short video of porting dance of Eurasian magpie. Moving forward, territorial behavior of magpie. So magpie are highly social in non-breeding periods and often seen in huge flocks via communal flocking in winters. In summers, during breeding period, they make small territories based on the safety of the nest. Territory size ranges from 0.09 to 0.105 square kilometers, and the mean value is 0.0415 with considerable overlapping. For territory advertisement, male frequently use some vocalizations. And here are the two territorial sites of the Eurasian magpie. The first one, A, is in the Gramthang and B is in Waka. And most of the, the territories you see here is kind of overlapping. Nest formation. Nest formation starts early March and continued till the end of April. Both male and female participate in nest construction, and magpie prefer highest trees for making nests, mostly the populous trees. And the construction of a nest took around 2 weeks, which comes out a mean value is 13.89 and N value is 19. Nesting materials. Nest is dome-shaped or cup-shaped based on the protection from predators. The outer integuments were made up of twigs of seabuck shrubs, wild rose, apricot, and populus. And sometimes aluminum wire are also been seen entangled within the twigs in some nests. And inner cups were made of soft dry grasses, roots, and leaves intertwined together, forming the inside soft cup. Mud surrounds and fortified the soft grass cup insides. Here's the outer side of the nest, and here's the inner cup of the nest. Egg laying. Mating was observed within 2 weeks of completion of nest. Magpie lay eggs from late March to May when the weather warms up, and male frequently engage in food serving activities to incubate females. And within a week, the clutch may increase up to 5, and the mean value comes out to be 3.89, and the end value is 19. Eggs are bluish green in color and thickly speckled with gray and brown spots. Incubation and nesting period. Female mostly perform the incubation duty in magpies, while the male usually feed the female often. The decision of female or to when to start incubation has been connected to the parental quality, which has been a study which has been done by Gibbons and Harper. Feeding activity took place both inside and outside the nest during the 21-day of incubation period, and the mean value is 20.5, and n value is 14. The chicks are artificial, hatching almost naked and with their eyes closed. And here's a graph showing the different breeding phases in days in both the sites, Gramthang and Wakha. Here's the pre-nesting period, nesting period, incubation, and post-incubation. And here's the process of the breeding behavior of Eurasian magpie. Fledglings. Fledglings are seen mostly in month of May to June, during which both the parents were seen feeding the fledgling outside the nest. At roughly 27 days, they fledge out. The mean comes out to be 26.8 and n value is 5. Only 3 to 4 chicks survive to fledge successfully on average. Some nests are lost to predators, but lack of food availability seems a major cause for the chick loss. And similar finding which has been found in Europe that magpie egg hatches in stages. If the parents struggle to feed their young one, the last chick is unable to survive. Conclusion of the study is magpie first year juvenile were seen mostly living in close vicinity of parent as floaters. They get maturity in 1 year. However, most of the first year juvenile were not able to mate due to low social status in communal flocking. And magpie being an omnivore and plays a key role as scavengers to maintain the Ladakh ecosystem. So following are the acknowledgements. I would like to thank Ministry of Tribal Affairs for granting me fellowship for my PhD, and lab affiliated Zoological Survey of India and Department of Zoology. And here is the published readings, the breeding biology of Eurasian magpie, Pica bactriana in Kargil region of Ladakh, India. And thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for being so patient. Thank you so much.